Hi guys, welcome to our channel. So today we are going to take you through our first day of the Yukon trip. We took the flight from Vancouver. We flew with Air North. The views from up in the sky were really stunning. There was a little bit of a cloud cover when we were landing in Yukon, but we were just hoping that eventually it would clear up as we go up the trip. Um, yeah, it was the tiny Yukon Airport, Whitehorse, is where we landed. And not much to see there. After that, we headed towards the city. So the city is really small as well. That's most of it that you're seeing in this. We went to the car rental place, took our car, and hit the road. The first place on the itinerary was the Yukon Suspension Bridge. This was about an hour from the car rental, and we were really sitting in and enjoying the views on our way there. This was our first pit stop to refuel, and I was really amazed by the size of this grocery store. The town was also very tiny, hardly like 10 to 12 houses, and this was the store and the tiny restaurant that they had for the whole town. So yeah, not really happening if you're from a big city. Refueling, we continued with our road trip, and oh my god, the views were to die for. You just felt so tiny in front of this magnanimity of mountains and beautiful rivers and lakes, and oh my god, everything was so serene. It was all wild.
Hello, we are in Yukon. Look at the beauty outside.
कौन कौन
तुम
कौन
कौन? We are in Yukon.
हम आपके हैं कौन
I thought
वीडियो डिलीट कट 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 कट
After a lot of fun in the car, we finally reached the destination and were greeted by this couple, and they were really gracious hosts. So when you reach the spot, you on the right hand side you see a restaurant, and then on the left hand side there is the souvenir store. Quite a good collection there. We ended up getting a shot glass and some magnets, and then we were touring the suspension bridge. All along the walkways, there's a lot of history about the gold rush that they have at every spot. So, if you are a person who is interested in history, you would really enjoy reading through all of these and gathering as much information about the gold rush as you can. Even for people who are not interested in history, the views that this suspension bridge has to offer are stunning, and every point you go to there would be something new you would see, so you'll definitely not get bored as well. After reading through some of the stuff, we took a lot of group photos, a lot of individual captures, and were just enjoying the views. That was Jack Peak right there, which was covered by clouds, so we couldn't really see it. But in this map here, you could see where the gold rush route went from and how they maneuvered through all these tall mountains, and a lot of history around that as well. Yeah, we just continued walking through the walkway. At the museum that they have, there were a lot of taxidermy of the wildlife that's found in the area. So that was pretty cool. Another thing that really caught my attention was that there was a mammoth tooth that they had found decades back, and it is really well preserved. So that was very interesting. And they also had a berry cashier machine that was used during the gold rush era. We finally get to the bridge. For a person like me who's really scared of heights, this was a daunting task. But when you don't look down and just enjoy the views all around you, the experience becomes enjoyable. And while I was scared that the bridge was moving a little, I was also comforted by the fact that I had Ashwin with me. So I was just telling him videos of me, photos of me, and also take some good shots of the view around. This was the other side of the bridge where you saw the Yukon frame, and then again a lot of history of how trappers and hunters used to hunt in the Yukon cold, how they would store their catch. So that suspended hut that you're seeing is where they would store all their hunt catch for the cold winter, and they would use little by little over the whole 6 months of winter in Yukon. The weather is really harsh in the winters. They would have tiny huts like these constructed a little far away from those storage huts that we just saw, and it would just have the basic necessities to survive the winter, as well as a little furnace to keep the hut warm, and a lot of hunting gear. On our way back, we stopped at the Yukon frame, took a few pictures of the view, also clicked our group photos. After this, it was time to head to our next destination, which was 𝐇𝐀𝐒𝐇𝐓 Desert. On our way there, we stopped by this pretty viewpoint and we encountered fireweed for the first time in Yukon. The reason these weeds are called fireweed is because they are one of the first plants that grow in areas recently burned by fire. Just a fun fact that we learned. We then continued our journey towards 𝐇𝐻 Desert, and we were soaking in all these amazing views. I was having a blast. We ended up stopping by this very pretty viewpoint, and by this time, the sky had cleared up. We finally reached 𝐇𝐻 Desert. Fun fact about this place, this is the world's tiniest desert. There was literally no one, and we had the place all to ourselves. We ended up playing some music and dancing. After this, it was time to head to our Airbnb. We were all very tired from the travel and were looking forward to have a nice dinner and call it an early night. This is Marsh Lake. This was a very big lake just in front of our Airbnb. Our Airbnb was run by a German couple. All the cabins that you will now see were built by them, and we were living in the main house, which we were going to share with the hosts themselves. The surrounding properties were also Airbnbs. On our property, apart from the main house, there were also other tiny cabins where other guests were living. That's our host and his three dogs. They were all very cute, and we enjoyed our time with them whenever we could. After meeting the dogs, we went inside, chose our rooms, freshened up, had nice dinner, chatted away, and went to sleep. Stay tuned for part 2 as the next day was even more exciting. Thank you for watching. Bye.